Alright, serious question, Zelda crew. How many playthroughs have you done for Ocarina of Time? Like 20, maybe? Well, your total might be more than that after you watch this video, because you're going to realize very quickly that there are a lot of things that you had no idea you could do in Ocarina of Time. Massive shout out to the Logie boys for the inspiration for this video, but you remember Dodongo's Cavern, right? You know, the second dungeon that you tackle in Ocarina of Time? Well, there is a secret room behind a lava waterfall in the room where you fight the Lizalfos for the first time that hides a pretty interesting item. I'm totally kidding, it's just a recovery heart. You're welcome. And did you know that the blue flame in Ocarina of Time can do more than just melt ice? If you go over to any bombable wall in Ocarina of Time, try and unleash the blue flames on the wall. The wall will quite simply disintegrate. This could help you out if you're running short on bombs, which really isn't likely to happen, but it's pretty cool nonetheless to witness, if you've never seen it before. Remember those fierce Gerudo warriors from Gerudo Valley in Ocarina of Time? And now, other than getting completely bodied by these incredible skilled warriors, their outfits actually change to the color of Link's tunic that he is wearing. Go ahead and try it out and let me know what you see. Din's Fire. What an incredible item. It's one that, while not required to get or even use, I used it so many times just because I love the animation that Link does as he uses Din's Fire. As many times I've used this power though, I've never actually realized that you can use Din's Fire to melt Morpha's tentacles. Morpha is the boss in the Water Temple, and in my opinion is one of the hardest bosses in Ocarina of Time if you don't know what you're doing. The Crouch Stab, one of the coolest looking sword attacks. Did you know that this attack keeps the damage output of the previous attack you used? For example, if you hit the like button on this video, do a jump attack which does double damage to an enemy, then do a crouch stab again, it does the same amount of damage that the jump attack would do. How insane is that? In the Kokiri forest, the fairies that float around the Kokiri's heads randomly change color every time you reload the game. This isn't a drastic secret or anything, but I think it's super cool to know that there are still hidden things found in Ocarina of Time 20 plus years later. Remember the cursed rich man? You know, the whole reason that you collect all the golden skulltulas in Ocarina of Time? Well, after you have snagged most of the goodies from his family, or even before, you actually can stun them if you do manage to get behind them and stab them in the back. If nothing else, this is quite hilarious if you do manage to pull it off. Another secret, sort of, and again, a pretty funny one, is that if you manage to get the ice arrows before you tackle the Shadow Temple, you can freeze one of Bongo's hands and witness the other hand try to break the frozen hand free. Again, it's quite hilarious. King Zora will try to give you the Zora tunic as thanks for saving him from being frozen solid. But what if you already bought one from the Zora shop in Zora's domain? Well, watch this. I mean, if the 10-minute transition of this guy moving like an inch wasn't enough when Link was a kid, now this guy wants to give us a big, fat, juicy kiss. Alright, let's move on. The Skull Mask in Ocarina of Time prevents Keese as well as Guays, however you say that, from attacking you. This is handy if you do have a hard time avoiding these crazy bats that can potentially burn your wooden shield as well. The creepy looking mask that you get from the mask salesman, called the Spooky Mask, actually glows at night if you do decide to wear it under the moonlight. The Goron tunic that you get from one of the Gorons in Goron Village has a lot of mechanics involved with it. You can walk on lava, withstand the heat of Death Mountain, but did you know that you can walk on spikes without taking damage as long as you have the tunic equipped? It's pretty epic. And hey, listen, there's actually something else that you might not know about Ocarina of Time, and that's why you should watch this video right here, because I talk in depth about some pretty cool events that happened between Ocarina of Time and The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.